In this video, we will see array as parameter. So already I have an example, and here I will show you how arrays are passed as parameter, and more about arrays we will see. See, here is a main function. Main function is having an array of size 5 and also it is initialized. So this is a part of main function array and its name is A. Now here I am calling a function fun by passing array and the number of elements, that is size 5. And this function fun, it is taking parameter array A, and for passing array as parameter we have to mention empty brackets, right? We should not give any size. And this function doesn't know the size of an array because array actually belongs to main function. So we should also pass what is the size of an array, means how many elements to access. So this A is actually like a pointer to an array. It's not an array itself, it's a pointer to an array, and this is number of elements. Now in this code I am just printing all the elements of an array. This for loop is printing all the elements of an array. Now the important thing, let us see what is the parameter passing method used here. See, array is passed by address. Arrays cannot be passed by value at all, whether it's C language or C++. Arrays can be passed only by address. So it means the address of this array, the base address of this array is given to this pointer. This is just a pointer, and giving the bracket means it's a pointer to an array. And what about the next thing, that is 5 is passed here. So this is which type of parameter? If you see this, there is no asterisk, so it's not called by address. There is no ampersand, this is not called by reference. Yes, it is called by value, just a normal variable. So this is called by value. So there are two parameters, one is passed by address, other one is passed by value. So this is its own local variable n. So the value 5 is copied in this one, and the address of A is copied in this one. So that function is directly accessing this array, right? So arrays are only passed by addresses. Next thing, instead of writing brackets, even I can write star here. So this will be a integer pointer, and that pointer will be pointing to an array. See, the difference is this pointer can point on any integer and even it can point on an array. But if we were using brackets like this, then it means it's a pointer to array only. So when you want to be specific with arrays, then better use this one. And writing asterisk is a general method. This is array as parameter. Now one more thing. Inside this function, if I want, I can make changes to an array, and it will make changes to the actual parameter, that is the array of main function. So I'll remove this and show you if I make changes how they will reflect in this array. Here array as a parameter, if I say a of 0 assign 25, then at this place it will be changed to 25. See, the array belongs to a main function only, and this function is able to modify the contents of this array because it is called by address. So you can modify the array also, and you can modify all the elements. Even I can write a for loop and change all the elements. So this is sufficient to show you that even a function can modify the actual parameter. Now one more thing I will show you, returning array as a parameter. So I will remove this and change the function, then I will discuss about it. So here I have an example showing how a function can return an array. So let us look at this code. Here I have main function, I have a pointer inside main function, and I am calling a function by passing value 5. Then the rest of the things, whatever may be there inside the main function. Now this is a function which is taking parameter n, and this is passed by value, right? There is no ampersand, there is no asterisk, so this is passed by value, called by value. And it is having a pointer, and it is allocating an array of size this much of type integer, and it is returning p. That is pointer. It is returning a pointer. So what is the return type? Int square brackets. So square bracket resembles an array, so it means it is returning an array. Yes, it is returning, function is returning an array. And if we see the working, let us look at the working now. Let us start from main function. Main function is having a pointer. This is having a pointer. Then it is calling function fun by passing 5. Function fun is called. It is taking a parameter n. So it's also having n. It will have the value 5. Then malloc, it will allocate the memory in heap. So inside heap an array of size 5 will be created. Then the address of that will be present in P because that is stored in P, and that P belongs to function fun. That array in heap is indirectly accessible by this pointer P. Now, after allocating, it returns a P. So it is returning that pointer. So where it is being taken inside main function in A. So what it is having? It's having an address of that one. So it means A will get the address of this one. So A will be pointing to that array. So it is returning by array. Returning by array. So this type of logic is useful sometimes, like a function is allocating a memory in heap and manipulating, storing some data, and then it is returning the array to the calling function. So it is returning, and this function is getting that array created by that function, right? Now, once the function ends, its activation record is deleted. So this P is gone, but A is still there, and A is accessing that array. So this is removed. Now A is pointing on that one. So this is written by array. Now one more thing. Instead of writing square bracket, even I can write asterisk here because it is returning a pointer. So pointer can point on one element or array of element. But when you have given a square bracket means it should point on array of elements only. That's especially for array. But you can use any of these, whichever you are comfortable. And if a square bracket is used, the code itself is readable, and from the code we can read that it is related to an array, right? So any one thing you can use. So that's all. This is how a function can return an array. So we have learned how a functions can handle array, taking as parameter and returning as an address of an array. So we may be using this type of code sometime in our course. So that's all in this video. In the coming video, I will show you how to handle structures in functions.